it has no direction. So students, by the formula for the electric flux associated with the surface, d phi is equal to E into ds cos theta. You can see the value of the flux or nature of the flux going to depend on the value of cos theta. If angle theta, angle between electric field and the area vector to the surface, is greater than or equal to 0 degree but less than 90 degree, in that condition value of the cosine function assumes a positive value and flux associated with that surface is going to be a positive flux, or calculated value of the flux is going to be with a positive value. But if the value of the angle theta is 90 degree, the flux associated with that surface is 0. But if the flux is incoming or direction of the electric lines of force is inward to the surface area, but area vector is opposite to direction of the electric field lines, in that condition theta is going to be 180 degree and incoming flux to that surface is a negative flux. So remember one thing, the outgoing flux from a surface is always positive and incoming flux to a surface is always negative. But if the direction of electric field is perpendicular to direction of the area vector, in that condition the value of the flux going to remain 0 in every case. Student, this is a numerical question to calculate the flux associated with a surface. In the question, an electric field is given by vector E equals 8 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap Newton Coulomb inverse. Calculate the electric flux through a surface area 100 meter square lying in the xy plane. Suppose if the surface area is lying in the xy plane, the area vector to the surface area is going to be towards z axis, that is 100 k cap. So to calculate the value of flux associated with that surface, simply we have to find the dot product of these two vectors, 100 k cap and electric field vector. So flux associated with that surface, d phi is going to be 8 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap dot 100 k cap. So dot product of these two vectors, simply it's going to be 300 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse. So this is the flux associated with the surface in this question. So in such type of questions where electric field vector is given and area or the area vector of the surface can be decided by finding dot product of the two vectors, we can calculate value of the flux associated with the surface. So student, this is another numerical question to calculate electric flux associated with a cylinder. The question is, a hollow cylindrical box of length 1 meter and area of cross section 25 centimeter square is placed in a 3-dimensional coordinate system as shown in the figure. The electric field in the region is given by E equals 50 x I cap, where E is in Newton Coulomb inverse and x is in meter. Find the net flux through the cylinder. So in the figure you can see the distance of the first plane surface area of the cylinder is at a distance of 1 meter. The second face is 1 meter plus 1 meter, that is 2 meter. So first of all, you can see what is the direction of the electric field. Direction of the electric field is given by I cap. It means direction of the electric field in this region is towards positive x axis. But at the first end of the cylinder, direction of the electric field is in the direction of E1. But direction of the area vector of this surface is ds cap. So angle between two is 180 degree. But at the second face of the cylinder, direction of the area vector as well as direction of the electric field both are similar. That is why theta is 0 degree and theta is 180 degree for this phase. But one more thing is there. Electric field is dependent on distance x. Electric field is not uniform, or electric field is not remaining uniform throughout the space. So first of all, if we calculate what is the strength of the electric field at the left end of the cylinder, suppose E1 equals 50 into 1 I cap, or E1 can be written 50 I cap. Numerically 50 Newton Coulomb inverse. Electric field at the other end of the cylinder E2 is 50 into 2 I cap, that is 100 Newton Coulomb inverse, and this is 50 Newton Coulomb inverse. So what is the flux entering inside the cylinder at the first end or at the left end of the cylinder? That is phi1 equals 50 into 25 into 10 to power minus 4, 25 centimeter square. As we are doing calculation in SI system, 25 centimeter square is to be converted into meter square. So 50 into 25 into 10 to power 4 electric field multiplied by area vector into cos 180 degree. So cos 180 degree is minus 1. So flux entering inside the cylinder is 25 into 5, 125 into 10 to power minus 3 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse with a negative sign. Negative sign is due to this minus 1. Similarly, electric flux moving out from the second surface of the cylinder, that can be calculated. Phi2 equals 100 into 25 into 10 to power minus 4, coming out to be 2500 into 10 to power minus 4, or it is equal to 250 into 10 to power minus 3 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse. So what is the net flux passing through the surface area? Net flux passing through the cylinder can be calculated as difference of these two flux. One flux is negative flux and the other flux is positive flux. So what can be the answer? Answer of this question, it's going to be 125. 250 minus 125, 125 into 10 to power minus 3. So final answer 125 into 10 to power minus 3 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse. So in this way we can find the net flux passing through the cylinder is 125 into 10 to power minus 3 Newton meter square Coulomb inverse.